There are times in our lives where we all have felt a fear of abandonment. However, a person with borderline personality lives in constant fear of abandonment, which affects their whole life too. Sometimes this fear becomes so big that it negatively affects the lives and relationships of people who care about them. Today we will discuss 7 tips on how to help a loved one with borderline personality disorder. Number 1. Learn about their illness. Before trying to do anything for a person who has a mental illness, you should learn about their disorder. Therefore, you cannot help your loved ones unless and until you know what they are feeling and experiencing. Besides, there are numerous misconceptions about borderline personality disorder. Therefore, the first thing you can do is to educate yourself about the illness. Learn about the disease and its symptoms to make a clear judgment about your loved one. There is a lot of reliable and authentic information available online. Moreover, you can read research papers of professional doctors and contact a mental health professional to know in detail. In short, equip yourself with information to help them. Number 2. Validate their feelings. You cannot relate to their thinking pattern or the emotions of a person with PD is suffering, because these feelings are not realistic for you. However, don't forget that those are the real feelings of a person suffering with borderline personality disease. And therefore, don't try to dismiss their emotions at once. Because not only will it hurt them, it's painful for them, and it can also be the basis to break up your relationship. So try to validate their emotions, even if you don't agree. Borderline personality disease, people are yearning for love and attention. That's why the validation is so crucial for them. And therefore, be a little more empathetic towards their feelings instead of being rational. Number 3. Set healthy boundaries. This tip is essential as it can help a lot to take care of somebody with borderline personality disease. To maintain a healthy relationship with them, try to set boundaries and limits in his or her behavior. In this way, they will be able to handle expectations of the outside world in a better way. It will help your loved ones to feel the responsibility of their choices, and thus help you from enduring painful relationships. However, when setting boundaries, never forget to set realistic and helpful boundaries. And while at the same time, keep in mind that setting boundaries is not a magic fix that can save your relationship overnight, because you might face rejection from your loved ones. But if you genuinely want to help them, stay true to them and calmly convince them. Number 4. Support them during their treatment. The good news about borderline personality disorder is it's treatable. However, many patients don't agree to get treatment, as according to them, there is nothing wrong with their brains. Thus, it would be a tough process to convince them for treatment. Communicate with them and encourage them to consult a medical professional. And keep an eye on whether they're taking their medications or not. And go with them to their routine checkups. But at the same time, don't make them think that they are an outcast. And moreover, take them to a qualified therapist. Because in the case of BPD, dialectical behavioral therapy is a scheme of folks therapy that seems to be very effective. Number 5. Understand it's not their fault. For the recovery of your loved ones from a borderline personality disorder, you need to know that it's not their fault. The way they act in a certain way is due to their thinking pattern, and it causes them to behave like this. Keep in mind that they have little or no control over themselves. This is why you need to treat them with empathy. They act irrationally because they have no control over their feelings, emotions, and thinking patterns. It is the same way as you would ever blame someone for having cancer. Therefore, don't blame them either, and be more attentive to their feelings. Number 6. Maintain a healthy home environment. The home environment and the surrounding has a substantial impact on their thought pattern and the behavior of a person with borderline personality disorder. Therefore, try to have a calm and relaxing home environment. Make sure that no family or friend will discuss important issues with the patient while they are in crisis mode. Also try to avoid discussions regarding the condition of the patient and its setbacks when they are near. Give opportunity to the people with borderline personality to talk about their interests and dreams in family gatherings and events. Make time for them, eat dinner with them, and laugh at their jokes. Don't highlight their illness much and give them the opportunity to explore other aspects of their life. Number 7. Effective communication. The most crucial part of helping your loved one with borderline personality disorder is communication. Due to their illness, they may act as a child when arguing, and it's really challenging to communicate with them. You might feel frustrated at times. However, you have to consider the perspective of a person with borderline personality disorder and try to put yourselves in their shoes. Only then will you be able to understand their feelings. Because they may say painful and hurtful things, but it's all due to their fear of abandonment. Therefore, when they say something, don't argue, and instead of pointing out their flaws, try to explain things in a nicer way. Listen to your loved ones and encourage them and start a communication when they are in a good mood for better results. As it's never easy to help someone with a mental illness. But if you follow the tips that we mentioned in this video, I'm sure you'll see the positive results in the behavior of a borderline personality person. And don't forget that while helping them, never ignore and forget yourself and take care of yourself too. Thanks for watching.